And the future is the kids, and they have to be aware of this maybe more than we are.
If you should have a market in the future, you should start there.
So open their minds and eyes. I think that's a good way of try to prevent what could happen.
You going to schools is very interesting for many companies today, because we have to concentrate on young people to get them interested in just our company or our idea or our way of making business, to attract them as a customer or as an employee in the future. So it is always interesting.
No, we don't have an effective way of getting into the public schools.
Okay. And do you know of anybody else in Sweden who's doing this in the gymnasium level?
Not really for the moment, no.
It is framed as it would have been produced just for youth, but I don't think it is. After seeing it, after lived it through, so to speak.
When you made the presentation for Swedish Engineers for Sustainable Development, they are professionals within the private industry. They work for the governmental organizations, and they work for environmental NGOs, and they work for municipalities. It's a very wide range of professions that they...
And you're also reaching people that's in a position of deciding about the tax system.
Okay.
It's for grown-ups.
Okay. And the group...
They need to be shaken.
I use some of the things that you taught me when I talk about renewables and when I talk about it.
Oh, great.
It was fun and it was different, and I'm sure you moved a lot of people in the audience.
Oh.
What I liked about it was encouraging people, giving them new information and then encouraging them to think for themselves, and not to accept just what you're saying blindly, but to really think for themselves.
And it definitely works on grown-ups, adults as well. I would recommend the teachers to see this.
No, I think it works for everybody. It worked for me. So.
Compared to the gain that the business can make, knowing about the fact such a sponsorship might be a small amount.
So I think it's a very, very important discussion that you're starting there. So that's why we decided to sponsor you.
Daniel Baer on the oil crisis that we are having right now is a very good tool to reach, especially our young people today, who see the split in between what's going on. They hear the science from two different sides, and they hear the negativity and the positive sides of that. We have no oil crisis, we have more production coming. It's a great way to reach people, even adults who don't understand, because it's using both sides of the brain. It's using the creative side with music and art based with some science involved in that, so it's an easy way to get the information and the message to people. We need people like Daniel going out there doing this kind of work. Teachers get other teachers get too busy or are restricted by the bureaucracy of the educational systems, and bringing in an outside person, they don't have those issues. They can speak their minds. They can say things that other people might not be willing to say, and they don't have to worry about losing their job. A single person can change the world, and it is possible.